Hi, in this video, let's talk about sensitivity. The sensitivity of a process tells how a process can be triggered. The sensitivity may include a set of events and timeouts. There are two different ways to set the sensitivity of a process. First is the static sensitivity, which is fixed during the elaboration phase. It is supported with a sensitivity list for each process in the module. Next is a dynamic sensitivity. It may vary over time under the control of the process itself. For thread, the dynamic sensitivity is achieved using the wait function. For a method, it is achieved using the next trigger function. C-thread, as explained before, has only one sensitivity to the clock. Therefore, you cannot add more dynamic sensitivity to a C-thread. Let's take a look at some examples. In this module, we defined two events, E1 and E2. E1 is fired within the trigger 1 thread once every 2 seconds. E2 is fired within the trigger 2 thread once every 3 seconds. There are two catcher threads. Both are sensitive to E1 and E2, but the sensitivity is specified differently. The first catcher thread uses dynamic sensitivity. As you can see here, by using the wait function, we are telling SystemC that this thread will be triggered when E1 or E2 is fired. The other one is triggered based on static sensitivity. For that, in the function body, we only use wait function without providing any arguments. This tells SystemC simulation kernel that it will be triggered based on static sensitivity, whereas the static sensitivity is defined within the elaboration phase. Please be aware that for static sensitivity, this line must be placed immediately after the registration of the thread, which is this line. And only OR method is allowed to combine the different events. Now let's run the program for 7 seconds and monitor the output. Here, E1 is triggered at time 0, 2, 4, and 6. E2 is triggered at time 0, 3, and 6. Because both catcher threads are sensitive to E1 or E2, they will be triggered whenever E1 or E2 fires. At time 0, both E1 and E2 is fired. Therefore, the catcher thread is executed. At time 2, the catcher thread is triggered based on E1, and time 3, it is triggered based on E2. Here, you can see both catcher threads, they have the same behavior regardless the sensitivity is set using static or dynamic method. Okay, hope this video is useful to you. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.